everyone, it's Tanya. This week's episode of Nomadic Noms is dedicated to Stephen Hawking, who died this past week. Stephen Hawking is one of the, if not the greatest scientist of his generation. He did lots of work with black holes. He showed that even though the gravity of a black hole is so strong that not even light can escape its grasp, there's still a means by which matter can escape a black hole, and he used this as an analogy for depression, saying, if you feel you are in a black hole, don't give up, there's a way out. And I think this is a beautiful quote to sort of keep in mind whenever you're feeling down. Stephen Hawking did work educating the public about science, and this week's episode of Nomadic Noms is sort of me educating myself by going to various activities throughout the city that are kind of nerdy. There are a couple of free events, like one at Columbia University, where they have a lecture series in stargazing. And there's another free event at a bar in Brooklyn that is Doctor Who themed, and they have astronomy mini lectures there. There's also a couple of events that cost money, like events at the American Museum of Natural History, including one with deGrasse Tyson that I went to. And there's a Museum of Math in New York that opened not too long ago that's really cool and fun, and it's great for kids and big kids like me. Columbia University, during the school semester, about every other Friday they have an outreach program. They have a lecture about something astronomy related, given by one of the grad students usually, or a visiting guest. And they have something called a 3D wall, which is basically a big projector system that can show astronomy videos in 3D, and they give you 3D glasses. And they also have stargazing on the roof afterwards, and it's really cool and really fun. On a regular Friday night, this room is completely empty, but on astronomy lecture night, people.
All of the color that you're seeing in the Jupiter image, all of that's atmosphere. Jupiter effectively has a bottomless atmosphere. It just gets hotter and denser as you go down, but there's never a surface. You never encounter a surface. Studying weather is important not only because it's cool in its own right, but because it's important for trying to understand planet formation. And so with that, I'm going to leave you with a quote. Studying planets teaches humility. We learn how inventive nature is and how limited our understanding is. And this is what keeps me interested in studying planets. Thank you.
What are the sources of the internal heat on the Jupiter?
So most we think about internal heat as just being when something collapses.
The dark matter really makes the structure of the universe the skeleton of the universe.
It's a cloudy night tonight, so there's no stargazing, but they have roof tours, and you can see the two telescopes that they have here on the roof. They have a big one in the big dome behind me, and there's a smaller dome that used to house a radio telescope, and you should come. It's free. So the way station is a very nerdy place to come and have a drink. They have a bathroom inside that looks like a TARDIS. And they have events, and one event that I've gone to a few times is called Astronomy on Tap, where they have 4 mini lectures and drinks, and they have nerdy prizes, and it's a fun thing to do if you're in the Brooklyn area.
educator at the American Museum of Natural History.
Actually did learn English from Star Trek reruns. I speak just like Mr. Spock. Because that was the only voice on television I could understand in 1976.
We're currently at the American Museum of Natural History, about to see the 4th annual Neil deGrasse Tyson Year in Review, which has become an annual event for us. And it's cool to see Neil deGrasse Tyson up close, and this time we were able to get a seat in the front row, which was somewhat difficult, but it's really fun. He's always very animated. If you ever come to New York, I definitely recommend coming to the Museum of Natural History. It's great. Even if you don't see one of these special evening things, the museum itself is really awesome, and they have a cool planetarium.
Then an evening with Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, the Frederick P. Rose Director of the Hayden Planetarium, best-selling author, host of Star Talk, host of the thrilling series Cosmos, A Space-Time Odyssey, and perhaps the only person whose tweets we actually look forward to. Welcome, Neil deGrasse Tyson and Neil.
I'm going to give you the benefit of a table of contents, so you will know how much time is left before you have to go pee. So here it is. The eclipse went through the United States of America from West Coast to East Coast. The path of totality did not touch any other sovereign nation but the United States of America. This, ladies and gentlemen, was America's eclipse. If the aliens ever want to talk to us, their phone call will be received by the Chinese before anybody else. And that's the interesting thing about science. Science knows no national origin. Science knows no skin color, no gender.
And my second question was, what are your thoughts on time travel? Do you believe it's possible?
Time travel, yeah, we can certainly go forward in time. There are ways that you can travel backwards in time. Stephen Hawking suspects that the ways we think you can travel backwards in time. Stephen Hawking suspects that we might discover a new law of physics that prevents it, called the backwards time travel conjecture. He's got some phrasing like that.
Are you excited for your matcha cappuccino?
So excited.
I'm standing in front of the Museum of Math, which is another fun, nerdy, sciencey, mathy thing to do in New York. And I've never been here before, so I'm super excited to check it out.